Welcome back, guys. So we already know what we're making today, and I already placed my pattern paper. So I'll just start by marking my pant length, that is the trouser length, but I'll minus 2 inches as you see me do on the waist area. Now this is because we're going to attach a band to this later on, so I've taken out 2 inches before marking the length. Yes, so we'll go ahead, mark it on the end, and then you do the same thing on the other side to have even line. And then you can extend this. You can extend this by 1 inch. Add additional 1 inch for hem allowance. You can add 1 inch or 1.5. Good. Now I've gone ahead and ruled this here. Now I'm going to place my waist measurement, but I'm not going to use my waist measurement here. I'll use my hip measurement divided by 4. I'm not using my waist measurement on the waistline because we're going to use waistband and we're going to add an elastic to it. Now use the same measurements to create the crotch length and then extend it by 2.5 inches as I've done here, and then extend the line. Yes, extend the line. The one outside the line is 2.5 inch. That is for our crotch. Now go ahead and create a curve, a nice curve. I went out by half an inch as you have seen in this video. Now once you have done that, make sure your curve is nice. You can use your hip curve for this. I took out half an inch. It's not necessary, it's totally optional because we need the waist area to be large. Yes, so once you have done this, I'm just going to take 2.5 inches on the other side for the pockets and then go down by 6 inches and mark. This will be our pockets. And then I marked 7 inches on the hemline, so I'm just going to go ahead and connect this nicely. Yes, then straighten it out with my ruler. So I'm just going to remove this and fold. I just did this to manage my pattern paper. It's not necessary at all. So you're just going to cut this out as I'm doing. Watch closely. Make sure you follow the line. Yes. So cut this out. Take your time. Do not rush so that you will not end up having a crooked line. Then I'm going to split in the center because I'll use the other side for the back piece. Yes. So the area where I marked for the pockets, I'll just go ahead and use my French curve because I want that pocket to be a bit curvy. I don't want it straight. This is not necessary at all. I'm just trying to check out how the curve will look when I sew it. So I'll fold this on 2 because I want to get the center point. I folded the hem, the end touching the end, and also the waist because I want to get the center of this pattern because of a design we're going to make on the pants. So do this carefully. You do not want this line to be on the side. It has to be in the middle. So you're just going to go ahead and notch it so that it will be easier to trace on your fabric. Good. Go ahead and notch the pocket area too. Do not forget to notch, please, guys. Good. Now I'm just going to carry my remaining and then place my remaining paper and place the front piece. Now I added 1.5 inch on the waist area. I extended the line that is towards the side where I'm adding this allowance. You're going to see it clearly later. I don't know why my camera did not capture this. I added 1.5 inches on the back piece because we need to create a space for our butt. Now after that, I connected it from where I marked the point of the pocket. And then I'm not adding 2 inches allowance now on the back, only on the back piece, please. I'm adding 2 inches all the way to the hem, and it's as simple as that. 2 inches for our allowance. You don't need to add allowance to the front. Now you're just going to go ahead and connect this. Yes, you connect it. You can use your ruler, your hip cuff to do this, but I'm using my free hand because I don't have it for now. So you can as well use your free hand, but just be careful to make the line straight. And then I'll use my ruler to straighten this out, just as you're seeing here. Make sure the front is sitting on the back very well. Now I'm just going to straighten out the line and cut it out. Do not forget about the 1.5 inches I added on the waist area, only for the back piece. Take note. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out. Cutting a pattern for your fabric is always easier to work with, and it will help you to even manage your material well. So cut this out. You want to take your time, and you're going to see the place where I added, you see this slant here, that is what I'm talking about. I added an extra 1.5 inch. So yeah, this is basically it. I'm not repeating that same process on the back piece. So I'm going to cut my band directly on my material, and I'm going to use the same measurements I use for my waist, which is my hip divided by 4. My hip divided by 4. Do not use your waist measurements on this one, guys. Use your hip measurements rather, divided by 4. And then I'm using the breadth of 5 inches because I'm going to fold this, and then it will be 2.5 inches. The half inch will be for seam allowance. And then to my waist measurements, I added 1.5 inch to it before cutting it up. So yeah, I'm just going to cut this out nicely, and then this would be for our waistband. I noticed the scissors was not giving me what I wanted, so I used a bigger one because the material is pretty thick. You want to cut this waistband on the stretchy parts of the material. You're going to see how I'm going to stretch it afterwards, because it's the waist and it's going to expand. So I cut the length on the stretchy parts. Now go ahead, fold your material and place your pattern and just cut it out. Yes, it's as simple as this. I went ahead and pinned it down to avoid any movement. This is the back piece. You can start with the front piece, anyone. You see the way I just placed it on my material. I'm not adding any extra allowance because I already have my allowance incorporated in the back piece. Now do not mind the way I place the pattern directly where the material end. I sabi manage material, so I'll do the same for the back piece. And yeah, I'll cut this out, and this is basically it. Just cut it out. Please, if you have watched to this point, you can subscribe, like and share. Let's grow this channel, guys. Yes, we are capable of doing this. Now I don't want this tutorial to be too long, so there's going to be a part 2. That is where we're going to do the sewing of this pant. So as you've watched to this, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. or in the next class. Now make sure you mark out the notched areas on your fabric. And yes, this is basically it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in part 2. Bye.